Did you ever go to hospital in an emergency and were admitted immediately? I was at home, coughed, and ended up in intense pain. I just thought it was another broken rib, as I regularly broke my ribs when I coughed. But then within about 10 minutes, I could not sit down and breathe, stand up and breathe, or really do anything and breathe, so by now I was gasping. My son took one look at me and drove me to the hospital ER. Whilst he was parking the car, usually we waited quite a few hours before the doctor saw anyone, so I sent him off to park the car thinking nothing was wrong. I staggered into the waiting room. The triage nurse took one look at me, ignored everyone else, grabbed a wheelchair, shoved me down, yelled out, code blue, at the top of her lungs, and literally pushed people out of the way, all the time yelling, code blue. We entered the ER in a blur. The nurses were all running around. Some poor guy in a hospital bed was wheeled out and placed in a corridor. I kept apologizing to him, and suddenly I was surrounded by doctors, nurses, an ECG machine, and blood was taken, all within the time it took for my son to find a parking spot. By the time he returned to find me, I was already in a CT machine for numerous CT scans. Apparently, when I had coughed, I had burst a blood clot in my lung, and blood was pouring into my lung, hence being unable to breathe. However, but for the grace of God, the blood clots could have burst in my brain, and I would have been dead. Totally stone cold dead. So, in the space of 10 minutes, I was diagnosed and treated for numerous blood clots bleeding into my lung. Only one lung. I am forever grateful to my son.